Wave the Story of Earth. Episode 2. The Emergence of the First Life. Imagine this. You are traveling back in time. You find yourself on Earth approximately 3.8 billion years ago. The sky was not blue as it is today. The atmosphere was filled with toxic gases. Sunlight struggled to break through thick clouds. Oceans already existed, but there were no fish, no whales, and no sea plants. Earth was a silent world. A silence so profound that perhaps the universe had never witnessed anything like it before. Yet hidden within that silence was a secret that would make Earth unique among all known worlds. Deep beneath the ancient oceans, where scorching water erupted from volcanic vents, minerals and chemical elements were constantly mixing together. Lightning, solar energy, and Earth's internal heat continuously influenced these substances. For millions of years, this process continued. Then one day, something extraordinary happened. Non-living matter took its first step toward life. A tiny cell came into existence. It was so small that if it appeared before you today, you would not be able to see it with the naked eye. It had no hands, no feet, no brain, yet it possessed one remarkable ability that separated it from every non-living thing in the universe. It could make copies of itself. This was the first moment of life on Earth. No one could have imagined that this microscopic cell would one day become the ancestor of humans, trees, birds, and every living creature on the planet. Millions of years passed. These microscopic organisms spread throughout the oceans. Each new generation was slightly different from the one before it. Nature was slowly introducing changes. Then, some of these organisms developed an extraordinary ability. They learned how to convert sunlight into energy. Today, we call this process photosynthesis. It may have been the most revolutionary event in Earth's history. Because as a result of photosynthesis, a new gas began to appear. Oxygen. At first, oxygen was absorbed by the oceans. But over millions of years, it gradually accumulated in the atmosphere. Slowly, Earth's sky began to change. The toxic world that had once been hostile to life was becoming more suitable for new forms of life. But change was not easy. For many ancient microorganisms, oxygen was actually poisonous. As oxygen levels increased, countless older life forms disappeared. This was Earth's first great biological catastrophe. Yet this catastrophe also opened the door to the future. More complex organisms began to emerge. Small cells joined together to form larger cells. Groups of cells started working together as a single body. This was a giant leap in the evolution of life. For the first time, organisms with more than one cell appeared on Earth. The oceans gradually became filled with life. Soft-bodied creatures drifted through the waters. Primitive marine plants began to grow. Earth was no longer silent. The first whispers of life echoed through the ancient seas. But the greatest surprises were still to come. Because in the millions of years ahead, some creatures would leave the safety of the oceans and venture into a place where life had never existed before. Land. A new world awaited them. Mountains, plains, rivers, and vast barren landscapes. One day, forests would grow there. Dinosaurs would roam there. And eventually, humans would appear. But that was still a story of the distant future. For now, the oceans remained the only home of life, and the grand saga of evolution was only beginning. The first life had appeared. Oxygen had transformed the planet, and the wheel of evolution had begun to turn. But in the next episode, we will discover how life emerged from the depths of the oceans and took its first steps onto land, transforming Earth into a green and thriving world. Globe, if you enjoyed this fascinating journey through Earth's history, be sure to like, share, and comment on this video. Bell, don't forget to subscribe to Origin of Earth and turn on notifications so you never miss an exciting story about our planet, the universe, and the origins of life. Rocket, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of Origin of Earth.